Yeah. Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass and the Taste of Honey, a great classic from them in the mid-'60s. Ending off our 15 minutes of non-stop jazz. And coming up next hour, we got some more great smooth jazz, including that artist you're hearing in the background right now. Coming up, we'll crank up that one, and we're going to have at about 5:35, 25 minutes before the hour. You'll be hearing that one. That's a good selection there coming up by an artist named let's see if we can pronounce that name. Ivanka Peck. It's called Extra Size coming up. Also, we'll hear of Free Air by Michael Fanning. Fabulous stuff. New emerging artists. We'll hear that Georgia Marionettes, and we'll play some of that. And I'll give you our Spreaker schedule, our Spreaker promotions, and take a look at what's coming up on Spreaker. So stay tuned for that right here on GJRB Online, and give you all our program schedules and what's coming up on Spreaker. And that's on the way here on. We got a lot of really good stuff here on Spreaker. So we're going to promote our Spreaker podcasters, all the people who broadcast on Spreaker, all the great, fabulous podcasters I follow. And there's a lot of them out there. And I'm always glad to bring you these people because they bring you some of the best in Spreaker entertainment, internet radio at its very best. So you want to listen to that coming up next here on Spreaker. And we've got a lot of really good stuff, so hope you'll stay with me. And we're going to keep the music going. So here it is, that Ivanka, and this is a new emerging artist. Great selection. Ivanka Peck and Extra Size on the Best of Jazz. artist, a new emerging artist named Ivanka. Now let me see if I can find that again. Now it's on my filing system here. Peck, named Extra Size track. And we're closing out and wrapping up our Best of Jazz this afternoon here on GJRB Online. And we're a little past that weather on the 5, so we're going to do that one more time for Clinton, Iowa. Take a look at our Clinton, Iowa weather on the 5s right here on GJRB Online. Take a look at that right now. And I'm going to update this a little bit, see if it has any more additional update on the temperature this hour. I'm going to do that real quick here, do a refresh before we start. And then we'll do our Spreaker shout-outs and promotions. And be closing out our Best of Jazz for this afternoon here on GJRB Online. Not ending the season, just putting the season on hold as the Christmas holidays and the holidays are coming up. And we usually kind of put the show aside at that point and bring you holiday and specialty programming. So that will mean that a lot of the jazz programming will go on hold. But we'll probably play Christmas jazz and holiday type jazz music. But it's going to be mostly holiday music coming up. So we'll be taking a break from that at this point. Before we take a look at the Clinton, Iowa temperatures, let's take a look at temperatures across the country. We got 83 degrees right now in Los Angeles, California. 55 degrees and fair in North Platte, Nebraska. Paducah, Kentucky's checking in at 54. Houston, Texas is 64 degrees right now. And down in the south there, Billings, Montana, 47 degrees. Houston, Texas is 63. And those are some of the areas having this weather for you. And right now, here in Clinton, Iowa, we're down to 39 degrees. It feels like 36. Winds are out of the northwest at about 4 miles per hour, gusting to 8. It'll be a little warmer tomorrow. We have a dew point now at 27 degrees, relative humidity 62%, and our barometric pressure standing at 30.17 inches of mercury. UV index at 2, 41 on the UV index, 2 on the UV index, and we have good quality air at 41. And right now, we have a 10% chance tonight of precipitation, cloudy skies, low 29 degrees, wind southwest at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Partly cloudy early, and then following by increasing clouds again tomorrow. Showers developing later in the day with a high about 48 degrees. We'll have winds at south-southwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour, and a chance of rain standing at 40%. 40% chance of rain again tomorrow night as well. It continues into tomorrow night. Showers in the evening with clearing skies, low about 36, with winds southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Once again, current temperature at our Spreaker Studios, of course, the Eagle Point Park at the Mayer Farms, 39 degrees. Weather on the 5s, 25 and 45 past the hour. On music shows, 25 and 55 talk shows, or any time in the hour that ends in 5. Weather on the 5s, right here on GJRB Online, here on Spreaker. And give you all the look at that one. But coming up in just a little bit, we'll be taking a look at that, all our Spreaker shout-outs and promotions coming up next. Take a look at the some of the great people we have here on Spreaker. So stay tuned for that. Right now, though, this is an artist that we've been promoting through our SoundClick site. And he's another good artist. His name is Michael Fanning. And we'll let you know about him. And featuring new artists all the time. So if you're a jazz musician, like to have your selections played here on GJRB, drop me a line at GaryJ65 at yahoo.com or GaryJ021361 at gmail.com. And send me your MP3 there, and we'll listen to that through. And get some new music there? Fabulous. We'll be listening to that. This is Michael Fanning in Free Air. Interesting bit of music there for you on our jazz this afternoon here on GJRB Online, here on Spreaker, the best of jazz. And glad you could join us for our final part of the show today as we get things started here. And I want to get ready for our final part of the program in which I play for you the close out of our show, promote some of the short, quick promotion. So it's time now for our Spreaker podcast of promotions, brought to you by Spreaker. And it's where we promote some of our Spreaker followers, some of the great people that are on Spreaker who, I follow and listen to and, check out. So now it's time to take a look at that here on GJRB Online. Here. Brought to you by Spreaker. And, of course, you could be a DJ like me on Spreaker and do this fabulous radio stuff. It's Spreaker, Spreaker. Spreaker, spelled wrong on purpose. Yeah, it's just that simple. And we got some great podcasters, and of course you can hear a lot of them right here on Spreaker. If you're listening to jazz, you love jazz, you listen to WJAZ, otherwise known as cool jazz, smooth jazz, from King David Jazz. He's from Lexington, Kentucky. Does jazz. He's got a 24/7 stream from time to time. Does some podcasting on there and does some pretty good stuff. He's a great program. Tune into that. Smooth jazz. King David Jazz has a great mixture of jazz and gospel as well. And he's from Lexington, Kentucky. Tune into him. Plays some great jazz all the time. It's fabulous. And if you're into blues, tune in Monday nights, 8 o'clock Central Standard Time, 6 p.m. Pacific for Blues in the Night with Walter M. DeBall. He plays some great blues. It's absolutely fabulous. Tune into him. He's right here on Spreaker, 8 o'clock p.m. on Monday nights. And then Tuesday nights at 8 o'clock, it's Ed Delgado, the Caramel Conservative. Brings you commentary, news, analysis, a lot of what goes on in the news. He'll find out. He'll give you his point of view. Ed Delgado, the Caramel Conservative from Wisconsin. Check him out. 8 o'clock p.m. Central Time, Tuesday nights, 6 o'clock in the Pacific, 9 o'clock Eastern. And then every morning, and starting in tomorrow morning, don't forget to turn your clocks back 1 hour, or you'll completely probably be a little too early because he won't be on just yet. And that is Mike Myers in the Radio Hope Network. And he has a good program there called Radio Hope, the Mike Myers Show. You can hear it right here on Spreaker. Other great places you check him out too if you want to listen to him. Other places, it's the Good Talk Radio Network, or you can catch Mike Myers on TuneIn by getting in. That's TuneIn. TuneIn app. It's free, and all you do is go in there. It's Muck Radio, MUKRADIO, Muck Radio, the Mike Myers Show, 7 mornings a week, 8 o'clock in the morning. Check him out. He's got some guests from time to time, has some interesting people on, so you have to check it out. Mike Myers and the Radio Hope Network from Boone, Iowa. And then across the past us here and then to the state of Illinois, you want to hear to Bob Huber Experience. Tune into Bob Huber. You never know when he'll be on live. He's sometimes on in the morning, sometimes on in the afternoon, 15-minute increments of 45 minutes. But he puts his point across in that short a time. That's Bob Huber, the Huber Experience from Illinois. And those are some of the great podcasters you can hear right here on Spreaker. And if you want to know some of the more of the podcasters, check out our Spreaker public site, www.spreaker.com/user. /5120525, or just get on my Twitter account. You'll see I'm the Radio Maniac. You'll see the Antique Radio. On top of it says GJRB Online. You'll see our podcast streaming there. Just hit the play button and it takes you right into my chat room. Say hi. Check it out. Go in there and you'll see the followers of all the great podcasters I listen to. They're all listed there. All of them. The ones I didn't even mention are on there too. Like Mike, let's see, like Zach Baroque. Zach Friller, and MTFB Aviation Network. Play some good stuff. OBFSU, our big fat soft underbelly from Houston, Texas. Black Dragons Radio from LaPorte, Texas, bringing you great music. OBFSU, our light will shine, gives you his straightforward opinions. And he's a legal foreigner who came into this country and did it the right way. And he loves his country and he believes in things. And check him out, straightforward there, John, our big fat soft underbelly from Houston, Texas. And those are the great podcasters you can hear right here on Spreaker. Don't forget, you too can be on Spreaker, www.spreaker.com, and start an account. And you can have free 15 minutes or get some of the great premiums and watch for 30% discounts on great premiums. Spreaker, and let your voice be known to the world. Spreaker, Spreaker. About less than 10 minutes left of the show here on GJRB Online. So you want to check out Spreaker there and all the great podcasters that I follow. There's a lot of good ones out there, tell you that. And they're always good to check out. And you can listen to them all the time here on GJRB Online. When you follow me, you follow a lot of my podcasters, and there's a lot of great ones to listen to. And of course, tonight, David Scott takes the weekend off usually, but he has some great guests in his place, host in his place on the weekends. So check out David Scott, and he does a great show, absolutely fabulous, on the weekends. So tune in for that. Here on Spreaker. All right. Tell you what we're going to do right now. We're going to be rolling on out of here pretty soon, but we'll play a few more pieces of jazz before we get out of here. And then thank you so much for tuning in today to the jazz. But if you no listeners today, you can check this show anytime you want to by going to the on demand, and you can even leave me a message when you listen on demand. So if you're listening to this as an on demand after the fact podcast, you can leave me a message in the Spreaker, because I'll see it in my email and I'll check it out. So stop in and say hi anyway, even though if you're just listening as a recording. We're there. Okay? All right, this is Johnny Smith and Walk Don't Run. there you go. Walk, Don't Run, Johnny Smith, as we wrap up our Best of Jazz. Well, thank you all for listening today. I hope you had a great time. I hope you enjoyed the music. And we'll have another edition of the Best of Jazz coming real soon here on GRB Online. Don't forget, we'll be starting our new, we're picking up the season at right after the holidays with regular programming. And we'll have the Best of Jazz, trying to figure out a time slot for this. We're going to try to keep it on the first Saturday of the month, as we continue keeping the jazz weekends at the top of the month as best I possibly can. Otherwise, this program will be moved around quite a bit with repeat broadcasts a lot of times too. So you'll be able to hear this again. So remember to tune in to that. I'll leave you with Joe Jones, classic drum solo in Caravan from 1964. You have yourself your best night ever, and we'll catch you again real soon for some more great programming this week. Watch for postings of GRB programs throughout the week, and I'll let you know when we're going to be on the air. Hoping we can do the Tuesday edition of the Gary J in the Morning Show, Twin Spin Tuesday. Until then, have your best rest of your night. So long, everyone. You hear great jazz on GJRB with the best of jazz, up-and-coming jazz, smooth jazz, and smooth afternoon. If you can't get enough of jazz and you live in the Quad Cities area, tune in to KALA, St. Ambrose University in Davenport, Iowa, at 88.5 on the FM dial. Along with some of that great smooth jazz, you'll hear a lot of great jazz programming, and programming in other great music formats, like blues, urban, including rap, also classic R&B and Motown with David Baker on Rewind, Friday nights at 6 p.m. Central. In addition, you get programming in Spanish and some great gospel programming too. For more information on that great programming you'll hear, check out their schedule at www.sau.edu/KALA. Even if you don't live in the Quad Cities area, you can enjoy KALA anywhere in the world with their internet stream. Connect with KALA. Listen and enjoy. Recently, the owner of Facebook had to face Congress over personal information on Facebook users. In addition, users were saying that their postings were being deleted. Getting sick and tired of your censorship and your data being used without your permission? Do something about it now. Come to MeWe, the internet social site that values your freedom. No more deleted postings. Make a step to freedom. Sign up today. It's easy. Go to www.mewe.com. That's M-E-W-E. MeWe, the internet's free speech social site. Imagine one day tuning around on your internet radio only to find a station playing old radio programs complete with commercials and thinking, what am I tuning into? The past? You might be, or it's just GJRB Online and Radio Land. A day of nothing but classic radio shows back to back with classic commercials in between. Like the days of radio. Almost like your computer is picking up signals through time. Closer than you'll ever get to time travel. Radio Land. Standard time starts Sunday morning at 2 a.m. Turn your clocks back 1 hour. A reminder from GJRB Online. You never know when GJRB is going to be on the air. More programming, more often, on the internet. On GJRB. This is the GJRB Online Network.
This is GJR Broadcasting.